let's imagine is not here right now.
Right.
What is one thing that you have recommended or one thing that you have done historically for editing that has saved you time before Imagine came into your life?
Before Imagine came into my life. So I think something that's a really powerful piece of editing and editing well is having a consistent workflow with your files.
Hmm.
We get in trouble as photographers when you kind of have like all of these different hard drives. Sometimes they're on your desktop, sometimes they're on a hard drive. You don't really know what catalog this is. And I see that happen more often than not. I get a lot of DMs of people like losing their cards or losing a hard drive. And having that consistent workflow of like, this is how I store my files. For me personally, I create a new Lightroom catalog for every shoot because
Hmm.
for me and how my brain thinks, having that smaller bite-sized chunk just makes more sense in my brain. And it also keeps the catalog very thin and very lean because it's only the images that I need in there. Um, so I think that's a really important process. Also, for me, when we're talking about editing, we're talking about editing weddings, taking that single catalog for that wedding and breaking it up into smaller collections within that lets me edit and view these photos in different chunks of the day. And for me and how my brain works, that's just a lot less intimidating. I feel more confident. I'm able to see all of the details together
Hmm.
and make sure that it's consistent in the way that I want it. So, being very aware of how you're managing your files, keeping them in the same process, being repetitive with that process, creating that catalog each time and organizing them the same way each time is just going to kind of put you in this like automatic, like, here I am, I'm going to do my job. And you
Yes.
just kind of get into this autopilot, which is really a powerful place to be.
Yep.
And it's not going to be for any tool. It's not going to be autopilot right away. It's going to take some time to get comfortable.
Yep.
But that consistency can be a real big game changer. And it
Yeah.
definitely was for me in my 7 years.
It's so interesting that it just proves that there are multiple ways to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Editing, for example, organizing your catalog or catalogs. There's multiple ways to do it, but there's no wrong way. It's a matter of finding your best way to put you in autopilot to make things faster.
Yes.
Me, if I had multiple catalogs, it would drive my brain insane.